Welcome back to Ground Zero.
Hey Rachel, remember back in school when we had to write compositions for English lessons? What were your favourite topics to write about?
Usually I prefer narratives or like fantasy stories, but definitely none of them were as interesting as these questions featured in this O-level learning aid.
Stomper Jason noticed that the learning aid involved scenarios that included death, violence and even rape. According to the Stomper, 23 in 47 compositions were related to death.
That's almost like half, right? And the Stomper said, I am appalled to see the amount of deaths in the model compositions of Singapore Asian Publications O-Level English Model Compositions book. Students should not be learning such scenarios, especially the more morbid ones.
He added, as creative as some of these entries are, they may end up imparting wrong views to its readers, such as suicide or getting involved in gang-related activities. One of the stories even includes an individual playing a game, risking his life for $1,000, in which he, of course, dies a very gory death.
So what did netizens think? Lumberjack wrote, why not? All these are true stories. Don't you read the newspapers? JJ Handsome agreed and wrote, I'd rather write about what is really happening around the world every day than to write imaginary fairy tales.
Flying Underwear shared a different view. Seriously, whatever they write in their compositions doesn't matter. As long as what they write makes sense, is related to the topic given, and has good grammar. Why should Cambridge markers care so much about the content? The reason for taking English is to expand your vocabulary, practice grammar, and improve on conversation.
Well, in a separate contribution, another Stomper also wrote in to express his shock at something he'd read. The Stomper was appalled to see an online posting of an 11-year-old pupil from a primary school in the Bishan area using obscenities to describe his maid.
Said the Stomper, a top primary school student recently posted on Facebook about his maid. The student, who is 11 this year, used vulgar words to describe his maid. This type of rude behaviour should be punished.
Many netizens thought the boy's parents were to blame. Love Philosopher said, he sounds like a spoiled brat. This is what happens when you make life too easy for kids at such a young age. He doesn't know how lucky he is. While Love Philosopher wonders, is it the way they are brought up or what? Kids these days are getting worse.
Flying Underwear added, there is no need to use vulgarities to express himself. So uncivilized. This reflects poorly on his parents' capability of bringing up a child. Kids nowadays are so pampered. This kid is in serious need of discipline and independence.
Stomper I. Mooney thought, the blame also lay with the school. It may not be the boy's parents. His school may also be at fault. Top primary school? I don't think so. Not if their students are like that. Schools are supposed to develop their students, not just in the academic area, but also in their character. Am I not right?
I guess both parents and the school have an equal part to play when it comes to education. You can't put the blame on either party.
In the next clip, we look at a very interesting piece of an art created by a Singaporean artist.